Hey, what's up, everyone? So, Car Talk, episode 4. Something I've been noticing on my lesson. So, ever since we started going over to people's houses, it definitely feels like, just get more insight into just how they're feeling about their dogs, And I think one of those things that owners feel, myself included, would be guilt. Dog owner guilt. Whether it's guilt from thinking you're not doing enough to, you're not giving your dog everything that they want, or, everyone needs to see them. And, even if the dog is like struggling with people or other dogs and stuff, it's like they definitely feel bad that their dog can't do these things, or, something like that. And, that definitely influences decisions that they make, even knowing that, like, oh, if I do this, my dog could jump up on them, and maybe they get bit, or something. There's like unsureness around that kind of stuff, but it's like they don't want to disappoint their friends, and because it's like maybe they feel it's a reflection on them, and I think that's definitely something that's very pervasive amongst dog owners. We're all just trying to do the best we can with the information that we have. And so I was at this one lesson, and the dog just gets really overexcited, right? And, it's kind of problematic. It's not in a bad, it's not like in a mean, aggressive way. It's just the over exuberance is just, it's way too much, and, she doesn't know the best way to handle it. And, I had suggested, it was like, well, sometimes it's just good to put your dog away, and come back to this when you're in a position to be able to work through it, and, things like that. And if you don't feel like working through it, then you can just put your dog away, This was something that I struggled with for a long time, because I just felt that, if I'm at home, my dogs need to be out. No matter what's going on, it's like if I'm at home, then the dogs need to be out. And, that was definitely not good, because I found myself, becoming like a hermit of sorts, I was working at home with all the dogs, and, then I was just always there. And, I was telling this story that it took me going all the way to Nova Scotia, shadow with a dog trainer there, Ted, shout out to Ted, but he was the one who had told me, he was like, Ruben, it's okay to put your dogs away, they're gonna be fine. And so I started doing that on Sundays. It was like, okay, on Sunday I'm just gonna have a day for me. I'm gonna just take the dogs out, they're just gonna do some potties, it's just gonna be a really chill, relaxed day. And that might mean that they're spending time in their crate, more time in their crate that day, but that's okay, right? It's like I was starting to recognize that my mental health was starting to deteriorate, and I just needed a day to focus, to be able to focus on me, charge myself, recharge my bearings, so that I could come back on Monday ready to go, and that absolutely helped, because once I started doing that, I started, signing up for jiu-jitsu, stuff, and like all of these things have contributed to just my life, and how I approach dogs and everything, and also gave me a time to like step away, but it was also great for the dogs, because they just were chilling, not always doing something, right? It's not good for us to always be doing something, people take mental health days, right, from work. Hey, I just need to go home, I just need to chill and relax and not really think about things. And the same thing can be said for our dogs, especially for the dogs that we are trying to change problem behaviors, things like that. Like when you're in the mix and you're doing this stuff all the time, and it just feels like this is all you're doing, it can be a lot. It can be a lot to think about. It can be a lot to just like have on your mind constantly. So being able to step back and reset yourself, I think, is very beneficial. And I don't think anyone had ever told this person that it's okay to put your dogs away, you know, and she was actually very happy for that, you know, because we know the dog's not going to die because it's going to spend, you know, a day in its crate a little bit more. It's not that they're spending their whole day in the crate. They're still getting out. It's just, you know what, it's just a little bit more low key, right? It's like maybe it's just a play session in the backyard instead of going for a walk, you know. I mean, you can make that look whoever you want, but it's like, it's 100% okay to put your dog away. If you don't feel like training, it's okay to put your dog away. You have friends coming over and you don't feel like training in that moment, it's okay to put your dog away. Because we have to remember, you know, every time our dog is out, if we're trying to work on changing behaviors, you know, teaching our dog the things that we want them to be doing, if they are out of their crate, they are in training, whether we're actively training them or they're training themselves, you know. And it just takes a lot of mental brain power. We got to be 100% focused on the task. And, you know, for a lot of people, it's like, hey, I'm having a dinner party over and my dog's crazy, you know, and they're stressed out about it, you know, and that's not a good place to be in. Your dog really shouldn't be stressing you out. And I think more people would just like, I think people would have better relationships with their dogs if they actually put their dogs away more. Most of the time, all I hear is dogs just out constantly. When I tell them that dogs should be sleeping for like 15, 18 hours a day, they're like, oh yeah, my dog doesn't do that. They barely sleep, you know? And that's not good. That's not good for them, and that's definitely not good for you, because then you could be feeling the effects of a tired dog, you know, and that can absolutely contribute to problematic behaviors. So cut yourself some slack. It's okay to put your dog away. They'll be fine. They still love you. And you can come back on Monday and get right back onto your normal day-to-day goings on, you know, or Tuesday, or, you know, whatever day works for you. I would highly recommend that you put your dog away, you know, even during the day. Like, it's okay to put your dog away. They don't have to be out all the time, because remember, you're training. And, you know, when you are being active like that, it just tires you out, you know, and it can be a lot sometimes. So, anyway, yeah, this is my message to you. You guys, you're doing great with your dogs. I know you love them. And, it's okay to put them away. All right. So this was a little bit longer, but yeah. Anyway, put your dogs away and go do something fun for yourself. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye.